Hello friends, hi. My name is Sandeep Patil. And today I'm going to meet you with one of my students who has scored 7.5 bands in IELTS. When he came to my institute, he was not as confident as usually students are, but he was having low confidence. But today he got 7.5 bands. Just watch this video carefully and you will understand how to prepare to get 7.5 bands. What mistakes he did and what good things he did, you can learn from this video. If you're preparing for IELTS or TOEFL, this video is for you. It's a must watch. So let's start. Hi Shubham.
Hello sir.
So just tell your friends about your score first.
Yeah, I've scored 7.5 bands overall in IELTS. That breaks up like 7 in the writing section and 7.5 in each other section, that is reading, writing and listening. So I think that it was actually a below par score for me, but I've consulted to a lot of other people and they have told that it's a very good score, and definitely I think that it's a good score now because I've got admitted to a good college in Australia and there was not any problem for me to get the admission there, and there were no restrictions for me because they knew that a student with 7.5 band in IELTS is good enough for them and they can or rather I can handle all the things studying there.
Great. So you told you got 7 bands in writing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as I was coaching you, I knew that you could score 7.5, even 8 bands also. But still, 7 bands. I mean, what went right and what went wrong? What went right in the sense 7 band is also not bad.
Yeah.
And what went wrong? Means I was expecting 8 bands.
Yeah.
So what was it?
I'd like to tell first the things that I did right. I think in the writing section, there is only one main thing that we have to do is follow the formats. So as you had given me all the formats for all the type of questions, so the thing that I did was follow the formats, and the essay goes very easy and we have enough time to complete the essay and also check the essay after we complete it. So this was the main thing. But the things that went wrong, I think that some things like grammatical errors and things like new words, the synonyms of words that they require, and also I think that I could not present myself or my point of view was not clear to them. That is why I think I scored a little less than I expected. But
so what was your expectation? 7.5 or 8?
Actually, I expected 8 or above because I was pretty confident in my writing section more than any other section.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I got 7 bands. That's not bad, but it's not up to my expectations.
How was that? How you prepared for writing? I remember you would sit there in my office and prepare for 5, 7, 8, 9 hours. So let us give the message to our students. It's not that easy also.
Yeah,
actually, how much efforts you took?
It's actually not that easy because I used to write at least 2 essays in a day, and 2 essays means 250 word 2 essays and 150 word 2 essays. So it was like that, and I used to practice synonyms. I used to learn new words so that I could write in those essays, and every day I used to get it checked from you. So it kept on improving day by day, and I think that the one main thing that is required is the hard work we do and the number of hours we spend in it. Because if you're not going to put your time in it, it is not going to work. Because until and unless we give our effort to it won't work.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not
and
going
friends,
to work.
I would like to tell you that I'm very proud of him. He really was working hard. I remember 3 or 4 months.
3 months.
3 months he was there with me, consistently sitting for 7 to 8 hours. It's not a joke. Now let us move forward to the next question, that is reading, most dreaded section. How much you got in reading?
I actually thought that I would score less in reading. I thought I'd score 6.5 or 7 bands at max. But surprisingly well, I scored 7.5 bands in reading. So that was...
Usually students are searching for secret for reading and
Yeah.
what is the secret and what is the shortcut and all.
Yeah.
Already I told you what is the secret. You tell the students.
Actually, there was not such a big thing, or it's not, I won't say it's a secret. There's just one thing. Sir had given me two different techniques to solve the reading session. Usually, we know that there are three sections in the reading section. First and second is usually the easier one, and the third one is definitely the harder one. So, the first and second section, under Sir's guidance, I started solving it like I used to read the first set of questions, and then I used to find the answers right away in the passage. Questions kept on coming and the answers came with them. So it was very easy because first and second sections are very easy. They give the answers right away in the passage. But the third section is the trickier one because they give questions from all parts of the passage, and the answers are also there in all parts of the passage. So we have to search very hard and we have to search what is written between the lines. So the third section was like we have to read all the questions first and we have to read the whole passage and try to understand, if not once then twice. So the one main thing or the one main strategy what we have to do is the first and second section we have to consume as little time as possible. I kept my goal that half the time I should give for the first and the second question, and the remaining time I should give for the third question.
30 minutes for third paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because that will give you ample time, because what happens in the end when there are 10 minutes left and they keep on telling you there are 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left, 5 minutes left. So what happens, the pressure keeps on building and at that time you get panic.
Yeah, you get panic because some clock is ticking and there is pressure on you, and when you panic you get wrong.
Yeah, you will then just take away some wrong answers or random answers, and I don't think that will get you above the line.
That's great. What about your speaking session now? Usually Marathi students are not good, and you are from English medium school?
Yeah, I am from English medium school. From the first standard to 12th standard, I studied in English medium school. So speaking was not that bigger a problem, but I think it was a challenge for me because I was not very fluent, at least not this much fluent that I am now.
So how you build all this?
Yeah, the only thing that we have to do for speaking is we have to live in the English surrounding and we have to speak English every day. What happens is usually in our state, we go home, suppose that we study in an English school. In school, we might speak English or we might not, but at home we don't speak English. We either speak Marathi or any other mother tongue that you speak. But what we have to do is we have to urge other people, those who surround us, we have to tell them that we have to speak in English so that we develop speaking part of the English. And that is very important. And the main thing what happened after I joined this class is that it was the basic rule of this class that everybody should speak in English at least when they are here in this class. So, and I used to sit whole day here. So I lived in the English surrounding, and that is what helped me to build this English speaking and the fluency.
Usually I tell all my students that grammar is not a problem to speak.
Yeah.
And I haven't taught you grammar or anything. So do you agree with my opinion that grammar is not a problem? The surrounding and that, what I can say, the confidence is a problem.
Yeah, definitely I would agree because what happens that when we learn grammar, we focus on the small things that we think they are the most important things that we need to speak or write English. But I think for speaking, grammar is not important. It's the your clarity of your thoughts and what you want to speak, that must be clear, and you must have a set of words, at least minimum set of words that are required to speak.
Yes.
And that will be enough for you to speak in English, at least a competent English.
Yeah, that's great. So let us move to the last section now, about listening now. Listening, what was your score?
7.5.
7.5. And I remember in practice also you were getting around 37, 36 correct. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's right. So usually the third section again is the, what I can say, like the most
Hardest
dreaded
one,
session. How do you deal with that?
So the listening part is actually all the parts in IELTS are the same. As we go forward, the level of hardness goes on increasing. So it's the same with listening also. First and second sections, they give you little time, or we could say little questions, and they give you ample amount of time to solve those questions. So that goes easier. But as you go forward, they give you very little time, and they give you more number of questions, and also they give you challenging type of questions, like multiple choice questions that you will not be able to read in that given time.
Yes.
So then we have to be very careful with the listening, and we should be very accurate what we have listened. And I think that one more important factor is we have to, they give you 10 minutes after your completion of the listening session. So what we must also do is we must do a just general checkup after you write all your answers. Sometimes what mistakes we do, we don't check the grammar of the things, and we just write the answers what we have heard. But with me, I have had this experience in the exam that we have the general rule that before a word that starts with vowel, we have to write an, the article an, and not o. And I had written a wrong answer, and I just checked it, and I thought this must not be the answer. So I thought of another word or I would say synonym which had occurred in the listening section, and then I got it right eventually.
Oh, that's really nice. So one more question, which is not connected with IELTS but with my philosophy, the way I teach. I develop here emotional personality, that is positive psychology. How this has helped you? Has it helped you?
Definitely. This is I think that is the most important part that I have learned in this class, because we know that there are many classes that teach you English. They might also take your speaking practice, and definitely they will teach you grammar. But this part, that is the psychological part of your personality, that won't get developed until you practice it and you learn it. And CERD does a very fantastic thing, and this initiative is very, very good, because I don't think there's any institution that does this thing, and I don't think any teacher teaches psychology, human psychology, and how to deal with people. I don't think anybody else does this. So the thing was, my routine used to start at 7:30 in the morning, and I used to come here in the 7th in morning, and the first class was the psychology class. So what that thing did, I was not actually very curious to get up early in the morning. I was very lazy, but after I joined the class, it made me feel very interested in this section, and I started waking up early, though I was not very punctual in this class.
You were 10 minutes late.
Yeah. Every day I used to be at least 5 or 10 minutes late, but I used to get up late actually, but the urge was there that I have to go and attend the class. So I used to come here every day. I didn't miss the class. At least, I think attendance was 95%, something like that. And the thing with the personality development is it tells you how to develop your personality along with reading other people, how they might behave or how we should behave with them, and all these things are covered. So what this does is it will make you feel confident in front of other people, and you won't fear in front of people, whoever comes in front of you. Then it may be the Prime Minister.
Even you can see like you are speaking so confidently on YouTube also now, and we take different sessions. Which session you liked the most? I take different sessions to develop the confidence.
Yeah.
Which one you liked?
I think that not only me but everybody else likes the group discussion session, because everybody wants to speak. Everybody wants to keep their opinions in front of everybody. And one interesting thing about this was that there is no age restriction for classes. So right from people or students from 5th standard to people who have crossed the age of 40 to 45 years. Everybody comes and everybody enthusiastically participates in this group discussion. So actually there are 3 different points of views. People like me who are around 20 or 15 years of age, they have a point of view. The other people who are above our age, they have some experience of their life. So they give us very, I'd say, that's a very good point of view, and the experience that they have got in their life, it comes out in that opinion. And the third thing is the people who are younger than us, they are just starting to see the world, and they have their own ideas, and their points of view are very, very, I think they're interesting, because they keep a very, very different point of view, and it amazes us all every time.
So it's like a mixed bag.
Yeah, and it is very interesting to see what other people think, and if you are able to speak in front of those people, then I think that you have achieved a lot.
7.5 bands is good. So you got any scholarship from any university, and which university you're going now? Tell our friends.
Yeah, so I had applied for 5 universities in Australia, and I have got admitted to RMIT University that is situated in Melbourne, and I am also offered a 20% tuition fee waiver from them.
Due to IELTS?
Yeah, it is based on IELTS because that was a criteria. You should score 7 or above in your IELTS, and that is what I scored. So I received 20% scholarship.
The last question. So in short, what would you like to advise to your friends who are watching you? How to prepare for IELTS and how to get 7.5 or 8 bands?
See, I think that there is not a secret that those who score above 7 or 7, they don't have any secret. It's just the thing that we have to be consistent at our job, and we have to do what is being told, and we have to do it on a consistent basis. Every day you should do that thing. For example, every day I used to write 2 essays. Every day I used to get it checked, and I saw the improvement. The first essay that I wrote was I scored, I think, 6 bands, and eventually in the end I used to score 7.5 or also 8 bands. Sir used to check the essays.
I think what I gave and what you received was very close.
Yeah, very. It was, I think, accurate because I can even show you.
And I think the same essay came which we already had done before. Am I right?
Yeah.
250 word essay.
Yeah, sir had actually given me a topic, and the same topic had arrived in my examination. So it was a little bit easier, but still I didn't score as expected. So
I remember in the essay which you wrote, I gave you 7 bands.
Yeah.
And you got 7 bands.
Yeah, I got 7 bands in there.
Yes, that's great. Okay, friends, so this was Shubham, who has told everything, the so-called secret of IELTS. All right. If you have still some doubts, if you want to ask some questions, write in the description. I will forward this message to Shubham, and he will revert you back. But while writing the messages, put your email ID there, then only he can contact you, because he will not comment on my YouTube video. He will contact you separately. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and take care of yourself. Goodbye.